and Charles's special relationship began to blossom here at Balmoral Castle. Set in the beautiful Scottish Highlands, it's been home to royalty since Prince Albert bought it for Queen Victoria in 1852.
I imagine you just had to take a deep gulp of air.
People who were around said that she just kind of fitted in.
If you can pass the Balmoral test, then you're in there. You're on the way to really being welcomed quite warmly into the royal fold. The very brief breakup that William and Catherine had is that he went to Charles, went to his father, I think more as a father figure really, and just said, I'm too young. I don't know if I'm ready to commit.
Charles apparently did say to William, you know, if you don't want to commit, that's fine, but you need to be honest with Catherine if you don't want anything serious.
And at that point, Charles and Catherine had already formed a strong bond.
The split lasted just a few months.
Wedding day was fantastic. I think most of the people in the UK and worldwide remember when this wedding was. I mean, everyone was celebrating the union.
It was almost like a princess story that many people around the world maybe had seen in movies.
But it was away from public view at the wedding reception that Charles would make his most touching declaration of love for Kate.
Charles made a toast, and in it he famously said, "We are very lucky to have her." I think that little tidbit really says all you need to know about how he viewed her, how their relationship was at the time, and I think how much respect he had for her.
With Kate now welcomed into the family, a new bond would develop with her father-in-law, thanks to their shared passion for the arts.
One of Kate and Charles's shared interests was live music, and Charles invited her on several occasions to be his guest privately, without media knowing, at the Royal Opera House in Covent Garden.
This shared love of the arts would pave the way for Charles and Kate's first official joint engagement.
I think Charles was quite keen from the moment Kate married William to sort of include her and open her eyes, if you like, to his world, to his royal world. And he knew that she was an arts graduate and that she had an interest in portraiture. So I thought it was quite significant that on a visit to the Dulwich Picture Gallery about a year or so after the wedding, he asked Kate to accompany him and Camilla.
They did arts and crafts together, and there were really sweet videos and pictures captured of that moment.
King famously loves gardening. I mean, he's obsessed with his lawns and his hedgerows and all his plants, particularly at Highgrove. And again, this is something that he shares with the Princess of Wales.
Catherine said all along that when she was a little girl that she used to love playing in the outdoors.
Although she was quite nervous in those early years, it was quite clear that Charles recognised they'd unearthed, if you like, a real special talent.
As well as being dedicated to her royal duties, Kate is above all a devoted mother. In 2013, she and William welcomed the first in a new generation of their family, Prince George. Ever since, Kate has proved herself to be an exemplary mother.
She does have a real firm belief of putting her family first, her husband, her children. At the core of everything is her family.
In 2022, Kate decided she wanted a more down-to-earth family home for her small children, and she and William moved to Adelaide Cottage on the Windsor estate.
Adelaide Cottage is actually quite small, and that is something that Kate wanted. She likes the idea that she can just call upstairs to her children, that it's a warm, cosy, kind of countryside British life that she's managed to bring to this family of five.
The move also allowed them to be closer to the King, who lives in nearby Windsor Castle.
Recently he's been at Windsor Castle regularly most weekends, and he gets the chance to see George, Charlotte and Louis. I know that the behind closed doors, when they do get time in Windsor, he really is a hands-on granddad, and he enjoys spending the time with the 3 children.
Even in public, Kate relies on Charles to help out, as any other grandparent would.
That moment at the Jubilee where I think Kate was having problems with Louis because he's a bit of a handful, and she turned to Charles, and he was a calming influence on a very lively young boy.
Charles's new role as Grandpa Wales has allowed Kate to reveal a softer side of the often solemn king.